Hey, what's going on, y'all? Jimmy Macrum. It's time for episode 4 of season 1 of Mindhunter. I must say, the show does fly by. It's weird. Whenever there is a shorter series, or one I don't have to edit for Patreon, I always find it's my favorite show I watch at the moment. I'm not sure if Mindhunter's there just yet. I'm just saying. I'm not sure if that's a coincidence or you guys vote for better short series or short series happen to be better or it's the mere lack of editing which makes me happy. I don't know. Let's get to it. Like there was Justified, Hannibal, and one more I can't think of off the top of my head. You know those Person of Interest. You know those are my jams. I think those are probably my 3 favorite shows I've watched on Patreon, like ever.
Monty Russell.
Why don't you have a seat?
Monty? Hey, you guys need me for any of this?
No, thank you. We'd prefer to talk with you alone.
You think I could get some Big Red?
Big Red.
Gum?
Pop.
Oh,
You know, like soda?
Oh.
Used to have it when I was a kid.
Big red soda sounds
Always
gross.
loved Big
For starters, how did you choose your victims?
Victims. That doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't.
Bill is awesome.
You want to diddle around? We'll walk out of here. We'll go have a nice, leisurely lunch, wherever the fuck we want. What's the rest of your day look like?
I come back up here, get myself a job, a girlfriend. Girlfriend's a year ahead. She goes off to state college. But, you know, we keep in touch. We write. Tells me, shocker, there's all these guys up at school, you know, there's all this, She tells me, in so many words, she wants to ball other guys. What am I supposed to do with that?
Cry, probably.
I hop in the car, gotta see it for myself, and what do you know, there she is, making out with some dork.
Oy.
What a dumb shit, right?
Yeah.
Chicks. What can you do?
Can't live with them. See what you can. The idea of doing it pops in your head like a sneeze. You know what I mean? The whole thing is fucking chaos. Smash her head against a rock, hold her underwater, and that's that.
If she wasn't...
Wasn't what? A fucking prostitute? Yeah, could be. Your science buddy might have something there.
They're talking about the game or something. He's
Second
so
time.
creepy.
Is that why you stabbed her?
Shut the fuck up.
Then you drove around for hours in her car.
Yeah. By the third, tells me your daddy's dying. Cancer. My brother had cancer.
Ah.
Cancer, it's a bitch, man. Yeah, it's hard in a human being.
It's much easier to just stab
So I
him.
let her go.
What the fuck?
Showing mercy.
What? Come on, kid. You don't expect us to buy your mercy horseshit.
I think I've had enough science for one day. Throat's a little dry.
I'm with you, I get it. Try not to pop him one right then and there, right? Big Red.
Let's move on.
I wasn't going to reprimand you.
I hope not.
Okay, we're moving on.
So annoyed. What? Nonsense.
We just need to extract what's useful and discard the rest.
So my mistake with Rissel was what?
Yes.
The law? No. Here's the fucking law,
You
pal.
can't do that.
Okay?
I'm gonna call the police. Stay away from me, man.
Bill, keep it together. Woo. I was just thinking Bill's got a really nice car. Someone's rented, but still.
Are you okay? Or we could just eat.
You know, we adopted a boy 3 years ago. It's not going well. He can speak. He just won't.
Jesus.
I feel like we're failing him somehow. Maybe he was like this before.
But I want to.
I don't know either. It's nothing. It's fine.
Seriously, Bill.
It's not nothing,
Call
it's not
Debbie.
fine. I love Bill. But I don't think his story's gonna end well. He's like wrapped so tight. And you can tell if it ever comes out, it's gonna be a fucking hurricane.
No, he goes down there.
He stalks her like a hunter.
Not like a hunter. He doesn't kill the girlfriend. He only watches her with her new beau. Big difference.
Beau?
Okay, so what if Russell doesn't mean to kill anyone, which means that the victim's behavior is also a stressor? I mean, it may be that they can't change the ultimate outcome, but they can affect when and how it happens.
That is exactly what I was thinking, which is why I asked the question.
And yeah, if we want to be reductive, we can say that these men can't handle the normal stages of
Why
development.
do I get the sense that reductive is your worst insult?
Not at all. I meant to say that you were right. What is it? A question of money, of institutional rigidity, scheduling, what?
All of the above.
You know, I've been in academia all my life. Let me see what I can do.
Do you have to do this right now? Oh! And Holden's seeing this. This is gross.
It's all yours.
Still can't even get on the East Coast. Not want to be in California, that's for sure. Nobody wanted me there either.
Did your mother say she didn't want you there?
When I was 9, I shot my cousin in the ass with that gun. That made me star of the show. I mean, everybody fucking hated my cousin. Hank broke the fucking thing over my head.
He beat you.
14, things got a little worse. Burglary, larceny, car theft, rape twice. Mom somehow got him to send me to Florida. Thanks, Ma! I get back. If only they'd let me stay with my dad, it'd all be different. Might even be a lawyer.
So your dad wanted you.
A pathological liar who murdered 5 women sees himself as the victim, and we're giving him a shoulder to cry on.
We're not giving him a shoulder to cry on. We're using him.
That's a good way to look at it. Should be helpful to Bill. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, okay.
When I'm involved in a hostage negotiation, the perpetrator is standing right in front of me.
The editing is fucking great, ain't it?
You're goddamn right. I put the over-under at half a minute.
I'll definitely take under.
That's a bet.
Loser buys dinner.
Damn, that was fast.
You guys mind if I bother you for a minute?
Sure, what's up?
Beverly Jean Shaw,
That
22.
so good.
Her breasts.
They were, I guess you'd say, amputated. Black both her eyes, broke her jaw, multiple stab wounds. And there was,
Yes.
there was an incision from her vagina to her, anus.
God damn it.
Oh, sorry.
You're doing fine. The family local?
Parents upstate, fiance in town. You don't think somebody local did this?
Hard to say at this point.
Bill, the actor,
What
his
happened to
voice,
Beverly?
he could play
Has
like
to be an
a
outsider.
deity of some
Draped over the
kind.
ironing board here.
Good or
Is that
bad.
human hair?
Forensics backed it up. It's all about forensics now. I am starting to appreciate that.
In the ironing board, you take that as well?
I mean, we dusted it.
This is some fucked up, repugnant shit.
We may ask some obvious questions, and maybe even a few you haven't thought of. But it's not a contest or a competition. We're all on the same side. Okay?
Sure.
Let's go through the rest.
I'm curious why.
Love Bill.
Without a doubt, you have more experience. But why rub it in his face? I'm not trying to make you feel bad. Maybe a little. The point is, local...
As soon as Benjamin gets back into town. Back into town?
You let the fiancé leave?
He went up north for a bit to be with his relatives. You need to be with family times like this. He'll be back soon. He'll be back.
No, you're not. They were right about the last guy, so they did wrong about this one.
Here's the ironing board. I'll have a couple of boys come pick it up. Sorry about that.
No apology necessary. We're all learning as we go.
Probably just looks like a bunch of trees from where you're standing.
But if there's no clear view from the dump to the trail...
Are you really FBI? Am I under suspicion here?
What kind of dog do you have?
Retriever.
And he didn't sniff it out first? That seems odd.
He's an old dog.
Not too old for a hike.
Oh,
Why'd you wait so long to report the body, Mr. Moran?
oh Jesus.
You're talking to the FBI, Mr. Moran. If we want to find something out, we will find it out.
What'd you do?
I've seen cops get desperate, grab whoever they can get.
But why you?
What'd you do,
Got a
sir?
favor- Finally got up the nerve
The nerve to do what?
to buy her a drink. She wasn't interested. End of story.
Jesus. Gave up a lot.
He's too old and too married.
He was a drifter until just recently. Beverly Jean rejected him. He's got a record. He tried to help the police.
Stock goes up, stock goes down. Doesn't matter. You're trapped. Unless you want to bring on the lawyers and open Pandora's box. Resentment builds on both sides. 1,000 tiny cuts. If Alvin Moran had a married man's anger, he'd have tortured that girl and then killed her. No question in my mind.
That's frightening, Bill.
I mean, she's the whole alibi. Wouldn't mind checking it holds up.
Bill gonna crack? I don't like this. Don't ruin Bill for me.
Can't look at that. Poor girl. Wouldn't hurt a fly.
You knew her.
She was young and skinny and, oh, such pretty blonde hair.
Oh, Jesus. She didn't do it.
Alvin does this. It's like sport fishing. He doesn't mean anything by it.
We were told he was at home with you watching television the night Beverly disappeared.
I mean, I'd love for him to get a good scare bothering a girl half his age, but the idiot was with me
The whole night.
the whole night.
Yeah,
So the self-pity angle works. You have sympathy for both of them.
Of course. How else could I do my job? Do Kemper and Rissell have other common traits?
Organized and disorganized.
Okay, let's try it. What goes where?
You know I'm here for the confidence of everybody involved. You know this.
Dr. Wendy has you all nervous. Should I be jealous?
Would I have invited her to go out with us if I was interested in her?
I've
Yes.
seen men do stranger things.
Right?
That's definitely her.
No. Hello.
Wow.
Hi.
Great entrance.
Any idea what this is about?
No. Usually it's about finding clarity.
But he asked for me specifically.
All three of us.
Love the editing. I'm gonna stop blowing this show at some point.
Wrong. Wrong.
Sir, if this is about the car.
Nobody cares about the car, Bill. It was insured and I assume driven by your protege.
It's not important who was driving.
I agree. Dr. Carr, I'm aware of your consulting with Bill. You might think it is my job to impede your progress with my insistence on established protocols.
No, sir. Not at all.
That is not my job. My job is to provide guidance and quite a bit of protection.
And I was talking to some...
Yes, you were talking to people outside the FBI about something you were not even supposed to be aware of.
I so apologize.
Sir, this is my fault.
Your research has been awarded $200,000.
What?
What?
The NIJ has awarded you an additional $185,000.
You can't be serious.
This amount of money comes with considerable scrutiny. I'm talking about Congress having a real interest in everything we do. Have a nice day.
What a great episode. Shepard is hilarious. All right, that was episode 4 of season 1 of Mindhunter. Where to begin? First things first. I really like the show. I don't know if I'm ready to go love yet, but I really enjoy the show. I love the pacing. I love quite a few of the characters. More importantly, I love the character interactions. Particularly Bill and Holden. I love the, like, maybe they are considered excerpts of, like, serial killers. These serial killer sections we get in every episode. Whether it's Ed or this new one whose name I already forgot. Who definitely felt disorganized was the word they used. That was great. This might have been my favorite? They're all 4 really close together in quality. It might have been my favorite. Maybe just more invested at this point. I don't know. But I really enjoyed this episode. From the car crash, to hearing about Bill's marriage, to him expressing the anger of being in a marriage and the contract, and just my heart broke for him and I was really scared. I really don't want him to snap. I like Liv. I forget her name on the show. Doc. We call her Doc for the moment. Liv from Fringe. And I like their boss. Their boss is hilarious. Every time he talks to them, it's way funnier than it should be. He's at his wit's end. Because he actually has to deal with the bureaucracy. Like, they suffer the consequences of it. Bill and Holden do. But he's the one face to face with it every day. Like, you just get your OT hours cut. He has bosses telling him to do that because of this, that, and the third. And I feel his stress. I wanted to talk about, I don't think I've talked about this recently, at least, mainly because it pertains to any of the shows that I watch at the moment. Sure. Actually, you know what? Some of the Marvel stuff, actually, on TV. Not She-Hulk, really, but Miss Marvel and all those Disney Plus shows. They really struggle with being a serialized television show, right, week to week, or episode to episode, and episodic. A lot of the Marvel stuff feels like this was supposed to be like a 2-hour movie, but we don't feel like releasing it in theaters, so we're just going to cut it up, and spread them out over 6 episodes. And they don't fit as one piece. Meaning those 45 to 60 minutes don't feel like one thing. They feel like the first half of something or the second half of something. Meanwhile, Mindhunter, it's serialized, obviously, but it's perfectly episodic. Maybe not perfectly episodic, but enough of it to where I go, this episode is about this marriage, or this episode is about this Bill and Holden working together, coming to terms with one another. This episode is about that. You know what I mean? It just feels like you could turn on any episode and just watch it, which is always what I enjoyed about good fucking episodic TV and good sitcom, quite frankly. That's why I love Seinfeld. Pick an episode, you turn it on, you watch, even if it is part of a bigger piece. That was one thing I wanted to talk about, and there was another that I can't quite remember. It might have just been Fincher's love of craft. He's got a vision, and you can feel it, you can taste it, you can see it all over the show. This is definitely of a... I don't want to be uppity about this. I'm black, I can say uppity. I don't want to be uppity about this, and I don't want to say of a higher quality, but that's probably the closest I get to what I mean. It definitely appears to be, this isn't content. This isn't content. This isn't a product using IP. This is art. I'm doing something here, Fincher said to his fucking producers. And I appreciate it. I appreciate the effort. And it's fucking great. So good. Editing is great. The music is great. The acting is obviously great. Maybe I'll go love. Give me to the end of the season before we go love. Stop forcing me into decisions I don't want to make. I'll get there. We'll get there when we get there. Post your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe.